all sessions be different and just change the intensity, or should you adapt each session to the ability level of that player?
It really, really depends on the players or the group of players that you're working with. So for me, majority of my players, like I said, were JPL players. So their sort of level and standard was very similar. Obviously differences in every player, but their sort of general ability was very similar. Now, if you're working with a complete range of players, so you've got the young ones that are first coming into football that have joined your program, never kicked a ball before, and an established sort of grassroots player, 11, 12, 13 years old. And then you've also got, maybe you're working with a high level academy player. Now you've got three completely different levels of individuals. So then I think you do definitely have to adapt your session completely. You can work on the same topics and make your planning easier because you're planning around the same thing on each given day. But of course, for someone who's first into football, you're not going to do probably a session on scanning and understanding of finding space, because they don't know how to receive and pass a ball yet. So you'd work on the basic components first, and then you'd build that up. So you have to adapt your session plans. Yes, it's time consuming, but I think that's what makes a good coach, is if you can adapt to the players. Yeah. The only thing I'd say to coaches nowadays, is something me and you didn't have 5 years ago, is use AI. And I say that lightly, because don't just take it at face value. You have to analyze it yourself, but use it as a tool to help you. Put in your context what the player is, their strengths and weaknesses, and ask it to design a session plan for you, and it will. And then off that session plan, you can add your own bits into it, and that's something we didn't have 5 years ago, and that saves a lot of time for coaches. So don't be afraid to, go into tools like AI or, FA websites and stuff like this to find pre-made session plans, and then just tweak them yourself.
Yeah. No, you made a good point. AI is a massive winner for a lot of, especially private coaches today. And also what you said is very true, is that use it as a tool. Don't just rely on it. You've got to have your own knowledge as well.